Colin, what time horizon and level of granularity do you need for capacity planning to be able to plan and prioritize effectively? But I think before you answer the question, do you mind sharing with all of us what your definition of capacity planning is?
Yeah, I mean, the capacity planning is all about building enough road to drive down so that you got enough, or you got the right number of people available so that you're not constantly fighting exceptions. And in order to do that, you're probably looking at a time frame that's linked with the amount of time that you need to ramp up or ramp down, depending on your resource mix. So that may be, for example, a month if you've got some ready-made contractors sitting around, maybe a couple of months if you've got some outsourcers that you have to engage, and perhaps a little bit more, perhaps around 3 months if you've got some externals that you need to ramp up, sorry, some internals to ramp up. So from a time horizon, you need to give yourself enough time to react so that you can build enough road to drive down. You've also got to bear in mind the financial horizon, and it may be that you have to work to a financial year and perhaps go beyond that. And I think Ruth mentioned the 30, 60, 90 as a kind of iterative way to keep constantly looking at your forward plan. Now, in terms of the kind of granularity that you need to go to, you've got to think around the kind of roles that you need. So it's at that sort of level. So it's roles that are recognized in the market, like PMs, Scrum Masters, BAs, those kind of things. And you probably want to look at the kind of level of a monthly kind of view over that period that you're looking, so that you can get a view for that demand against your capacity. So that's the kind of granularity, that's the kind of time frame. And obviously KeyedIn Projects gives you that kind of thing with its capacity planning, the forecasting, and in particular the productive capacity, because that's over sort of the next 3 to 12 months. That gives you a much better view about your real capacity. So for those of you who are perhaps not using that feature, who have the product, productive capacity is really key to this over the medium to long term.
Great, thanks, Colin. One of the things that Ruth mentioned in the previous session was that this is a continuous improvement cycle, and we often get folks that start with our consultants at KeyedIn, and they say, man, we just want to be running up against a capacity plan within the next 3 months. And the reality of being able to do that is dependent on how mature the organization is into that lead up. So though this question, I think, is one very apropos to the conversations that we've been having, it's also very dependent on the maturity of the organization and the things that you're trying to accomplish with that capacity planning, with how many elements are coming into play to be able to effectively prioritize and to plan. So I do think that it can be very quick for some organizations, and for some, it's continually a goal of improvement. And we enjoy being able to provide a platform for that continuous improvement. Thanks, Colin.